What is up, people on the internet? It is I, Michael Shockman, here with another episode of Shadowrun Returns. Ha ha! How you doing, folks? Hope you're having a great day. Um, I am recording this episode on the morning right before uh, my newest training, on the job training with my new job. Won't go into that too much, but I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, last time we left off, we had reaped the Ripper, as was stated by the title of last week's episode. We took care of um, uh, Dr. Henry Holmes, and aka Silas something or other. I don't remember his last name. A deranged mental patient who killed his psychiatrist, adopted his identity, and started chopping people up to bits and doing all kinds of nastiness. We destroyed him with the help of Shannon Halfsky in order to give her revenge for her brother's death at the hands of the Ripper, and also took along two really dependable cyber runners with us from the Nephilim network. We are now back at the Seamstresses Union, and are going to continue on. Really quick before we get started, if you could do me a favor really quick and smash the like button and hit the subscribe button. Smashing the like button helps out immensely with the algorithm here on YouTube, and the subscribe button is just so you guys can just really get that in combination with ringing that bell icon will make it so you never miss an episode when I upload something. So do that, you'll benefit from it. Also, last but not least, if you want to help support the channel, check me out on Patreon at patreon.com/dmshockman. And if you want to come and say hi to me, there's two ways you can do that. You can either you can say hi to me from a distance on Twitter at dmshockman, or you can come and say hi to me on Twitch at dmshockman, where I am usually on there more often these days than I am not. I mean, let's be real. I spend most of my free time when I'm playing games on Twitch. Without any further ado, let's jump right back into the game. Continue. Alright, the ride back to the Seamstresses Union is quiet compared to the pandemic. Yeah, we've already read that. Okay. Alright. I got a new vape mod about a week ago, and I'm really enjoying it. One downside to it, though, it's the UL Crown pod system. Unfortunately, when you're charging it, you have to when you're charging it, you need to take the pod out, and once it's charged to your liking, you have to wait like 4 or 5 minutes before putting the pod back in and firing it. Otherwise, you will completely fry the coil, and it's annoying as fuck. Adds a whole new layer to having to do stuff, and it's just it's annoying. But other than that, it's actually a really good system. It lasts forever. Like I on a full charge, this thing will last me like 2 days. Alright, let's go and talk to Johnny Clean. Johnny Clean is talking with Cherry Bomb and Mrs. Kubota when you walk up. We were just talking about you, D-Shock. And the Emerald City Ripper. Ironic that you tracked a serial killer to a mental hospital. Johnny Clean was told us where you were going. Oh my. We have been waiting for you to return. I thought you knew better than that, Johnny. Johnny frowns and nods. You're right. I should have kept my mouth shut. I should know better. It's just that we have a personal stake in the Ripper murders. We each have our own reasons for wanting the killer found. Sam was a regular here and his loss has been felt, regardless of his shortcomings. The whole sprawl has been shaken by these killings as well. The randomness of them. No one knows if they will be next or what the killer might take from them. I admit that the killings have hampered business as well. I am sorry but it is true. It does not help that Sam's body was found right down the street from here. Even my regular customers have been loath to venture out with a killer on the loose. I don't know why I want to give her a Russian accent, but I just do. At least my approximation of a Russian accent. She's supposed to be like a combination of, I think it's like Pacific Islander and Japanese, but I prefer to give her a Russian accent because that's what I do. Now tell us, Omai, did you find the person responsible for the Ripper murders? The person responsible? No. The killer? Yes. I don't understand. Are you saying the killer wasn't responsible for his own actions? This sounds more complicated than I suspected. It is. The head of the asylum was killing specific people to harvest specific body parts. All of the transplanted organs came from the same donor, Melinda Watts. Sam's mother. It looked like he was putting her back together. The three are silent as the news sinks in. So, Sam had an organ transplanted from his mother, and then the Ripper killed Sam and all those other people, just to reassemble Sam's mother? Grisly, isn't it? I sense a cause and effect in this. Coyote and Jake Armitage just left here to attend Sam's funeral. I told them that there will be a reinterment ceremony for his mother as well. His sister invited me to the funeral and the reinterment when I met her here. Think his sister Jessica had something to do with it? Hang on. I saw Sam's sister when she was here the other day. She was as corp as they come, but I can't imagine a lady like that behind a series of murders. There's got to be something else going on. Oh, there is. It is clear that you must go to the funeral and talk with Jessica Watts, Taoiseach. I will, and I'm gonna get some answers. I am sure you will. Mrs. Kubota raises her hand and the conversation stops. Wait, before you go, there is one thing you did not tell us, Taoiseach. Where is the Emerald City Ripper now? Well, he isn't in heaven, I'm sure of that. She nods in satisfaction. Hi. That is good. Alright. Yes. Alright. Family debts. The sun has nearly set when you reach Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament. Its cemetery, dilapidated and overgrown, sits atop a small hill on the outskirts of the city, a somber enclave of the dead overlooking the sprawl of the living. The Seattle rain continues unabated, and lightning appears over the mountains, exposing the landscape in staccato pulses of stark flashes. You walk the gravel path to the gates of the cemetery. Up ahead, you see Coyote and Jake standing by the gravesite alongside Jessica Watts and another mourner, a beautiful elven woman in a six-figure outfit. Whatever Dr. Holmes was up to at Mercy Mental Hospital, the answers lie here. With the reinterred body of Melinda Watts, the recently deceased body of Sam Watts, and those attending them at this ceremony. Alright. Cool. Alright. Alright, let's go. You have karma available to improve your character's attributes and skills. Open the karma screen, confirm. We actually have 18 points to spend. This is awesome. Okay. Let's see here. Our pistol's doing pretty well. Could spend 4 there. So that would be 9. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Perfect. Deadeye. Wide load. Wider than normal spread, reduced critical chance. Okay, confirm. The mourners stand graveside, listening to the Catholic priest's words of prayer and solace. Jessica's face is filled with relief as the last of her family is laid to rest. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Lord, receive the souls of Sam and Melinda Watts, mother and son, to live forever by your side. Amen. Thank you, Father. I know that my mother rests easier now that she's finally in the parish cemetery. I am sorry for the recent loss of your brother, but I am glad that reinterring your mother's body here, has brought you comfort. She loved this parish so. She opens her hands to the elf standing across from her. Thank you for coming, Lynn. Your support has meant the world to me. Now I can live again with my new family. The woman is a classic elven beauty, confident, poised, expensively dressed. Of course. I am glad this ancient ritual brings you some measure of solace. I hope you'll be able to put all of this behind you now. Jessica speaks to the rest of you. Thank you all for coming. I didn't realize Sam had so many friends. I appreciate your support and your friendship with Sam. I saw him out the night he died. Only fitting I see him out today. Sam may have had his problems, but he was our friend, part of the Union family. Voyo con Dios, bud. Vaya con Dios, bud. Miss Watts, family members, and friends, thank you for attending this service. I suggest we don't linger long. The cemetery isn't safe after dark. Thank you, Father. We'll just be a moment. Actually, if you could say, I have a few things I'd like to discuss. She eyes you suspiciously and glances over at her elven companion. I suppose. But let's not keep Father O'Malley. I understand. Good night, and God bless. The priest clasps his Bible to his chest and then moves at a brisk pace toward the neighboring church. Alright. Father O'Malley leaves, granting you an opportunity to speak with Jessica, but it's hardly a private conversation, as the elf, Lynn, has chosen to stay and support her friend. As it so happens, Jake and Coyote also have also lingered, lending you support too. Alright, what would you like to talk about, D-Shock? Let's start with your mother. Did you know she was an organ donor? Jessica's demeanor turns oddly cool and stony in response to such a simple question. I'm afraid you're mistaken. Then can you explain how her body parts made their way into half a dozen recipients? You don't know what you're talking about. I know Sam helped your mother save lives through that donation. Her jaw clenches. She wasn't a donor. She was a victim of my brother's greed. He took from her, desecrating her body, all to benefit himself. She never would have agreed to such a thing. Not even to save the lives of others, lives like Sam's. Cracks start to appear on Jessica's carefully crafted mask. Sam destroyed his own liver, pursuing oblivion. That was his choice. Your mother's gift meant a second chance for Sam. It was not a gift, it was stolen, and I wasn't about to let him destroy what little remained of her with his vulgar appetites, and so you hired Holmes to get it back. Jessica's eyes burn with righteous anger. Gone are any attempts to hide her guilt. Dr. Holmes made my mother whole again. He made it possible for me to place her to rest and say goodbye. He killed Sam and half a dozen other people whose lives had been saved by your mother. She snaps. Those people were scavengers, ghouls. They deserved to die for desecrating my mother's body. Hooey! And poor Sam? It was his drinking and debauchery that drove my mother to the grave, as sure as if he had murdered her himself. My mother deserved honor and dignity. I gave her that today. She's finally whole again and with a proper Catholic burial. Those ghouls who stole her organs, including Sam, have paid the price for their sins. The beautiful elf breaks in the essence of calm. Jessica, that's enough. We have business to attend to. My old family is dead and buried where they should be. They can't taint my new family now. They can't corrupt my children. I won't go through that again. Jessica, we need to go. Now. She presses a button on her comlink. She sees at you. What happens now is on your head. If you had just walked away when I told you to, McCluskey would have if you had just walked away when I told you to, McCluskey would have eventually found Holmes, collected his lieutenant's badge, and closed the case. But you had to keep digging. Now, you and your friends have to die. Let their blood be on your hands. Good God! Jesus. That's right, we have 1 extra AP. That's cool. Very cool. We all have 1 extra AP. That's cool. Ball of lightning, flamethrower. 2 more. Can't shoot for shit. Come on. Gotcha. Ooh, one with a machete. More guys. Jesus. Fuck me. We need to find a way. We need to find out where Sam's sister might have gone. Maybe one of these guys can tell us with a little encouragement. Nice. Ow. Biff! Literally Biff. Scratching coming from a crypt. Ow. Good thing we don't have any mana. Got him. Looks like we woke up the neighbors. We've got ghouls incoming. Hey, D-Shock, maybe we should use this to our advantage. Everybody, fall back! Come on. Oof. Headshot! And reload. Thank God we have unlimited ammo. Here's scratching coming from the crypts. Burn them all! Oh, it's not actually a flamethrower. It's just a firebolt. Got him. Biff! Alright, let's come over and see what this guy has to say. You listen as the sounds of gunfire and spell bursts fade away, and the silence of the dead returns to the cemetery. The man is beyond healing. As you look down at him, you notice the quality of his suit and shoes. This isn't a runner, and he's not from the street. Jessica Watts she hired you. Where can I find her? You get nothing. We don't know each other too well, but it seems to me that you need to find a better group of people to associate with. You're not the first person to tell me that. Yeah, well, it's part of living in the shadows. Do the research, Tremor. How did those troops materialize? You didn't recognize who the elf was? No, who was she? She's Lynn Telestrian, super rich and super into the Universal Brotherhood. She's a major spokesperson for them in Seattle. Jake grabs the dead man by the throat. At first it looks like he's trying to kill him again, and then you notice he's feeling for something under the skin. Yep, he's got a Corp ID chip. You watch as Jake pulls out his modified PDA and slots the chip. Mister, Wiley here was with Eagle Security. They work for the UB. That must have been Lynn Telestrian's security detail we just chewed through. If she's protecting Jessica, they'll be inside the Universal Brotherhood for sure. If you're going to hit the Universal Brotherhood, I'm coming too. That psycho just admitted she had my friend Sam and a lot of other innocent people killed so she could put her dead mother back together, for Christ's sake. That is totally fucked up. Plus, she and her elf buddy Lynn just tried to geek me. They're gonna hurt for that. Suit yourself, lady. I was only stopping by to pay my respects to Sam. Merc Hit Squad's the Universal Brotherhood. Not my scene at the moment. I can call up some of Delilah's runners if you want to go there now. Let me know what you decide. Alright. Cool. Very cool. We have 8 karma to spend. Yay. Let's see here. You know what? Let's put it into dodge. 1. Yeah, we now have a dodge of 4. Not bad. The Brotherhood probably retains mercs like the ones that just attacked us for their security detail. You're gonna need a full team if you're heading to the chapter house. I can arrange for some of Delilah's runners to meet you there if you want to go now. I'm heading to the Universal Brotherhood. Call the runners. Alright, we get to choose our runners this time. We already have Coyote, which is pretty awesome. We're going to choose the Nephilim Network because they're a little bit more expensive, but they're way better. And preferably, I'm going to use the same guys that I used before. We're not going to have a lot of money left, unfortunately. Okay, yeah. 1 and 2. Cool. Very cool. Cool. Confirm. Cool. Coyote. And the Ruger Super Warhawk. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Alright. I'm gonna put Jazz in there. We're also gonna put a Machete concussion grenade. Alright. Towards Brotherhood. It takes nearly an hour for the taxi to make its way from the squalor of the Redmond Barrens across the bridge to the Seattle waterfront and the Universal Brotherhood. The building is a pre-crash brick job with a fancy new facade that sports neon highlights and an enormous set of glass double doors. Through the windows, you can see activity within, smiling, happy disciples shuffling along in beige pajamas and slippers. A greeter stands outside the front door, gently attempting to entice the misbegotten and the curious but to enter and take their first baby steps towards Brotherhood. Pike Place Market is usually empty by now, but you step out of the cab to the sounds of an excited crowd. Okay, yes. But guys, that's gonna have to the continuation of this is gonna have to wait until next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, like I said at the beginning, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Like it if you liked it, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you want to see more. Also, be sure to hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode. Check me out on Patreon if you want to help support the channel at patreon.com/DMShockman. And check me out if you want to come and say hi from a distance on Twitter at DMShockman. And check me out on Twitch, where I am most days, with very few exceptions when I am not working or doing something else. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have enjoyed. I'm Michael Shockman. I've been your host and commentator. And remember, as always, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy. And we'll see you guys again soon in the shadows. Peace!